Jerry, how's that?
Aggie, where's that back corridor stage wall? I thought I told you.
It was too wobbly. They're putting on a few more braces.
Well, I hope they don't make them too wonky. You've got to get behind that thing.
That's what I told them. Last thing we need is someone breaking a leg.
Where's our players?
Backstage. You want them?
Of course I want them. 3 days until dress rehearsal. We've got to get the show moving. Hey, on stage, everybody! Okay. Louise, don't you have any work to do?
Aggie said everybody. I didn't mean you. I'm somebody.
Everyone in the play, Louise. She should have said so. All right, is everyone here?
Not counting Louise.
I know, Violet, I know.
Can we get on with this rehearsal?
Does she have to do that now?
Louise!
What?
Do you have to do that now?
Do you want that corner of the whole wall or not?
Isn't there anything else you could work on?
I guess.
All right, everyone, let us take the action from the top of Act 3. We've wasted enough time already. I've been ready for half an hour.
Who hasn't?
I'm sorry I was late. We only have that one car, and Frank had to work late.
You should have called me, Jerry. I go right by your place.
Saul picks me up for every rehearsal.
Does Margie know that?
Come on, Billy. Can't have Smitty come by bicycle after dark.
People, can we have these charming conversations later? We've got a show to rehearse.
That's what I've been saying all along. Haven't I, Henry?
Yes, dear.
Polly, we're all as anxious as you are. This is a new play by a new author, and we want to do it justice.
Huh. Justice, tempered with mercy.
I happen to think it's a lovely play.
Sure, you've got the fattest heart.
How dare you!
Darling, he means you have the most lines.
I know full well what he meant. Might I remind you all that the author will be here at dress rehearsal, and we still haven't even learned the third act. And what about those scripts? They should have been out of your hands weeks ago.
I know my lines.
I know mine. And what about the rest of you?
Should I come in?
No, wait until I get the signal. All right, everyone, top of Act 3, curtain!
Oh, Lord Dudley, you're all the most charming...
Louise!
What?
Leave the damn curtain alone!
I use that.
That was for the players. We're starting the act, not ending it.
I was just doing my job.
Right, Louise? Now leave it alone. All right, top of Act 3.
Now?
Yes, now.
Oh, Lord Dudley, you throw the most charming parties in the whole of England.
You were too kind, Diana. A pity Sir Percival could not be here.
Do you know, I'm worried about Percival. He's never accepted an invitation to one of our parties and not shown up, at least not without sending word.
Oh, is that me?
I thought you knew your lines, Billy.
I do. I just forgot where I'm supposed to say them.
He's doing it on purpose. I can't stand it. I know he is. Polly, sit down. Billy, listen to the cues. Take a back line and start again.
Whose line is it?
Polly's. Aggie, why are you still on stage?
Told me not to stand in the wings.
If you were standing in the wings, then why didn't you hear them? Why didn't you give them their line?
Well, if I stand in the wings, then I can't hear them. I thought he was just pausing before speaking.
All right, Aggie, get the hell off the stage. All right, everyone, from the top.
Do we have to?
Yes!
Don't have to yell.
That's what you think.
Ah, Lord Dudley, you throw the most charming parties in the whole of England.
You were too kind, Diana. A pity Sir Percival could not be here.
Do you know, I'm worried about Percival. He's never accepted an invitation not to show up. I mean, go on, go on. To one of our parties and then not shown up. At least not without sending word.
Ah, but Lady Margaret, he might have had motor trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had an accident. He goes to be treacherous at night.
Wait, he hasn't had an accident.
That's what I said.
No, you said he hasn't had an accident. As if someone else did.
Should we take it from the top? Come on, Violet. I do hope he hasn't had an accident. He drove to be treacherous at night. Begging your pardon, Lord, but should we delay dinner any longer?
No, I think not. Can't wait for Percival forever. Shall we, my dear?
I suppose so, but don't you think someone should call Percival's flat and ascertain his reason for absence?
Do you know, that might be a sound idea. There is something distinctly odd about all this.
All of what, Billy?
Val, you did it again.
Did what?
Call me by my real name. I'm Stephen Sellers. And you are Diana Lassiter. Is that so hard to remember?
Billy, please.
What? Oh, sorry, Jerry.
Take it back line and start
Line.
This business about Percival.
Yeah, got it. This business about Percival and the necklace. He did say he was bringing it tonight, Lady Margaret?
Well, I never spoke with him directly, but there was a message delivered this morning in the post.
What? On St. Swithin's Day?
By Jove! Never thought of that. Margaret, are you certain about this?
Why, come to think of it, no.
You didn't receive a message?
Well, yes, I did, but now I wonder if it were actually from Percival.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
Wait, no, you skipped the lines.
Yeah, okay, got it now. But it did come by post.
I assumed it had, but
Assume. You mean you didn't actually see it?
why no?
Then how'd you know it's content?
Content.
Content.
Well, Deborah told me what it said.
Is there any reason I shouldn't have?
No, old chap. Only, if there was no delivery of the post today, then how...
It was not a letter, it was a telegram.
Now you say that line. The one that you skipped before.
I should very much like to see that cablegram.
Telegram.
Hell, what difference does it make?
None. But if Saul says telegram, then you say telegram.
What do you mean if? I always say telegram.
I don't give a hoot in hell who says what. Can we get on with this disaster?
If we can do this thing once, we can start polishing our parts.
And when do we get real furniture? These metal chairs are pretty painful.
But they do help you polish your parts.
There, he's doing it again. Saul, will you stop with the jokes and buckle down to work?
I was just trying to ease the tension.
Your jokes about Polly are causing the tension.
Okay. No more jokes. Now can we please get back to the play?
Ugh. Louise!
I thought I could get the job finished while nobody was working.
We're about to start working.
Well, why didn't you say so? I'll make some coffee.
Fine. All right, everyone. Back into positions. Let's take your back line and start again.
From where?
Whose line is it, Abby?
Oh, sorry, let me find the place. I think Saul's right. We came in from page 3-2 to page 3-4. Who's got a complete script?
Wait, did we skip a part? Wait,
I mean, I thought we did. I mean, it seemed like this meeting it didn't seem right.
Abby, let me see the script. Wait, what about the diamond necklace? We didn't say any of that.
Yeah, Saul's right. Page 3. We skipped that whole bit.
Wait, who does have the complete script then? Not me. Billy, do you?
Saul?
Yeah, I mean, I got it. So,
Sully, just give Aggie your script so she can follow along, okay?
yeah, you can take my script. I've got the lines down cold. If I ever get to say them.
Billy, didn't you have a question?
Oh yeah, say, while we're stopped, I do have a question.
What?
It's about the title of our play. Isn't that a steal from something? An old Agatha Christie movie, I think.
Oh, I don't think those Matthew would steal a title, Billy.
There's no way she could. You can't copyright a title, it's the law. There just aren't enough words to go around in names.
Even so, what about the advertising of our show? Won't somebody think it is by Agatha Christie?
So much better for our box office.
And it is a murder mystery, so nobody gets hurt.
It doesn't sound like much for a murder mystery if no one gets hurt. I thought some Percival got bumped off that course.
Wait a minute. Did we come here tonight to rehearse or discuss originality versus plagiarism?
Jerry's right. Sorry I interrupted.
Which line do we go back to?
Yeah, where's the necklace coming anyhow?
Oh, I see. Smitty, you came in too early.
I did? I thought I was supposed to come in when Violet says the line about the treacherous roads.
No. It's the line with the lecherous toads.
Oh. Gee, I'm sorry. It sounds all the same.
Phyllis Bunch, you fancies yourself a poet.
She is a poet, a great writer, and a rare talent.
Would you say that if she had you playing the mute?
See here!
Stop it. Smitty, this is important. You must listen to the cues. So then you know when to come in, even if Violet says her line wrong.
I didn't say my line wrong.
You didn't say it at all!
How could I when Smitty came in early?
Stop it! Argue on your own time.
Coffee's ready!
Finally, I could use a cup. But we barely got started. Listen, maybe a break is a good idea. Let's go all get a cup and come back and do this thing right.
Now you're talking.
Aggie, wait. I wanted to talk to you. I'm getting very concerned about our progress for the show.
What progress?
I know what you're saying. We've never been this far behind before in a show.
It's not your fault, Jerry. We've also never had such an illustrious author in our hair before either. If Phyllis keep rewriting the damn show as the characters are trying to learn it,
She said that she wouldn't change anything else.
small wonder the way Polly keeps inviting Phyllis over for dinner and getting her heart fattened. It's almost as big as she is now.
Oh, don't you start with the fat jokes. I'm having enough trouble with Saul.
If Polly had her way, the show would be a one-woman monologue.
Well, at least Phyllis is letting us do the play for free.
Naturally! No one would pay money to do it.
Oh, come on, Abby. It's not that bad.
Oh, I guess not. But if Polly keeps getting her heart
She
fattened...
won't. I'll have to put my foot down. 3 days until dress rehearsal. We'd be lucky if we learned the lines we got.
Maybe we should just leave some of the mistakes. They're better than the original lines.
Aggie, Murder Most Foul is not a comedy. Phyllis Montague would scream if the audience started laughing at it. She'd pass out right on the floor.
Well then, you better have the smelling salts ready for opening night.
Oh, Aggie. Is there anything left in the pot?
Oh, not if you're lucky.
I heard that, Saul Watson!
Then let it be a lesson to you.
I hope we get this act done tonight. 3 days till dress rehearsal, and we haven't even done a full run-through.
Thank your friend Phyllis for that.
You mustn't blame Phyllis, Dooley. She's simply a perfectionist.
If she wasn't satisfied with the script, why did she submit it?
Because if we'd picked some other show, she'd have to wait till next year to get it done.
Why couldn't we have done it for our next show?
We've got our audiences preconditioned.
Brainwashed is more like it.
That's putting it rather strongly, Saul.
The unvarnished truth. We do a mystery, a comedy, a drama, then a musical in that order without fail.
Yeah, but why?
We started the theater that way, and it's got to be had for us and our patrons.
But what would be the harm if we mixed it up?
It would confuse people. The comedy fans would come to the drama and laugh at all the tragic moments, and the musical fans would start beating time to the comedy.
Or sob during the mystery.
They may still do that.
Aggie, whose side are you on anyways?
On the side of sanity, which isn't doing much good around here.
Well, I'm all set. Anybody else ready to give it a go?
Oh, relax, Saul. We're all much too tense. Why don't we keep snapping at each other the way that we do? This near the opening, usually kidding around, having a marvelous time. That's
If you want my opinion, we're all running scared.
scared of what?
Well, in our own way, Smitty, we're just as perfection-oriented as our author. We want the play to be a smash, not a smash up.
Amen.
We'll get it somehow. No matter how awful a show looks in dress rehearsal, or any rehearsal, we always manage to pull it off. That's what the printed scripts, Polly. Don't get me wrong, this typewritten stuff is okay. It's all the revisions that are killing us. But Phyllis gave her solemn word.
That's the only kind of word she knows. I'll bet she's never given it in her life.
And she promised the same thing last week, Polly, and then showed it to rehearsal on Monday with 3 new scenes.
I just wish she would keep changing the identity of the murderer. I don't know where to radiate medicine. Charm the pants off everyone.
Well, you can't do either, just standing there. Come on, people. Let's see if we can get through to the curtain without stopping.
We'd better. I gotta get home and study for biology now.
Wait, Smitty, Jerry, are we taking it from the top or where?
Let's go back to Violet's line, when Smitty made her entrance too early and to the part we skipped.
I don't know what my line is.
Aggie, throw her a cue.
Let me find my place. Okay, I found it. Violet, I'll feed you Billy's line when you start.
All right.
Ah, but Lady Margaret, he might have motor trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't. Oh, wait. I'll get it.
I certainly hope so.
Quiet, Polly. Go on, Violet.
I do hope he hasn't had an accident. He's going to be treacherous at night. Is this where I...
No, on the story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There is no such thing as a curse.
And yet, anyone who has ever owned the Delhi diamond, Jerry, doesn't have to be called that. It sounds like it comes straight from a delicatessen.
That's because you're not sounding the H, Billy. It's Delhi or Delhi, not Delhi.
Actually, Polly, that H it is pronounced Delhi.
Can we please go on? I've got to get home and study for that exam.
Wait, Smitty. Billy does have a point. It does sound like it belongs next to the liverwurst. It looks alright on paper, but it just sounds plain silly.
Okay, so we'll call it the Calcutta diamond.
You can't do that. Phyllis Montague told me particularly that she chose its name for its lovely alliteration, Delhi Diamond.
Okay, so we'll call it the Calcutta carbuncle.
Carbuncle?
Yeah, it's a big gem, like a garnet or a ruby or what you call it. Let's see. Cabbage.
Well, it sounds like a big zit.
So do you.
Saul, stop it. There's gotta be another gem we can use.
You shouldn't tamper with Phyllis's dialogue. She won't like it.
Well, she'll like it a lot less if her Delhi diamond gets a laugh.
Jerry's right, dear. We have to have a different name for it.
Well,
I've got it. We'll call it the Ranchiper Ruby.
Hey, I like that. It's got class.
but what are we going to tell Phyllis?
Tell her she rewrote it that way. She's done so many revisions, she'll probably believe it.
Well, let's hope so. Meanwhile, children, can we get back to the play?
Hey, Jerry, should I write that change in or not?
You may as well, but do it in pencil, just in case. Gotcha. How do you spell Ranchiper? Fake it! Nobody has to know but you! All right, everyone, let's go back to the line right after Lord Dudley scoffs at the curse.
Yeah. And yet, anyone who has ever owned the Ranchiper Ruby has always met with a dreadful demise.
There, you see, I knew there was a reason for Phyllis's words. It's double alliteration, Delhi Diamond, and dreadful demise.
Oh, who gives a damn?
See here, you can't talk to my wife like that.
Henry, for once I agree with Saul. Who gives a damn? Go on!
And yet, anyone who has ever owned the Ranchiper Ruby has always met with a rotten requiem.
Come on, Billy. You sound like an elocution teacher.
So does Phyllis Montague.
No, really. It double alliterates, doesn't it?
Oh, Billy, don't. Leave the line as written, please.
Has always met with a dreadful demise.
But Sir Percival doesn't own the diamond, the ruby, anymore. Not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless, Sir Percival did own it, and that might be enough.
See here, Dr. Forbes. You are a man of science. Surely you don't believe in curses.
I only know that there are strange things in the history of India, things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense. Sheer poppycock.
Superstitious drivel!
Quite possibly, Lord Dudley. And yet,
And yet,
where is Sir Percival?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here.
Why, Diana? Nothing to say.
I mean it. Sir Percival is no gentleman.
Here now. What do you say?
When he looks at me, I feel as though his hands were moving all over my body.
But he is a knight of the realm.
He's a disgusting toad. Such toads can be lecherous at night. Begging your pardon, Lord, but should we delay dinner any longer?
Louise! Isn't that where the phone rings? Oh, wait. I tuned 2 pages at once. Sorry about that.
Sorry, he said. If she does that during the performance,
Polly, she won't. Louise, you have to be more careful.
Look on the bright side. Now we know the phone bell works.
that woman. I could.
No, you couldn't. Louise has a black belt in karate.
And how do you know I haven't?
They only go up to size 44.
Oh!
How funny, you must be hasty about these things.
What was
Only
that
kidding.
Oh,
Better go apologize.
yeah.
What do we do now?
You can't work around her. She's learned something damn you ever seen in the show.
Not the love scene in Act 2. Maybe we can do that one.
Can't we wait until we have a real sofa? That metal one's awfully hard to cuddle on.
Aggie, when do we get the sofa?
Supposed to be here 2 days ago.
Could you call and try to find out?
I could try. You want to look at that corner wall now?
and study for 3 exams.
Well, Violet, what do you say?
All right.
Okay,
Ready when you are.
on your mark, get set. Oh, Diana, I was looking for you.
Lady Margaret's putting roses in the garden, Stephen. She may not return for some time.
I see. Would you mind if I waited for her here?
Naturally not,
Might I sit?
if you're so inclined.
Diana,
Yes, Stephen?
would you take offense if I were to...
Stephen, what are you trying to say?
Oh, dash it all, Diana! Must we play at words? You know the message which longs to cry from within my heart.
Is it possible? Do I dare for a moment imagine that the message in your heart is the self-same message that cries out from within my own?
Do you mean, do I dare to dream?
Have a care, sir, have a care. For as you know, I'm betrothed to another man.
And yet, you do not draw away.
Oh, Stephen, could you not reason out why?
Oh, Diana, I am almost afraid to.
The sea show noble trepidation, Stephen Sellers. But though I am a high-born lady, I am also a woman.
Oh, Diana.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Violet.
No wonder you guys want a real sofa.
Now, Louise?
I didn't see a thing. Not a thing.
Oh, Billy, do you think she suspects?
How could she? I didn't suspect myself until a moment ago.
Yoo-hoo! Anybody here? Billy, that sounds like Miss Montague.
Tonight, she promised not to come back until dress rehearsal.
Did you all hear what I heard?
It sounded like Phyllis.
She probably has 5 new pages of dialogue for you.
So, I just accepted one apology from you. Do you want to have to make another?
Sorry, Paul.
Yoo-hoo! How are you all?
Phyllis, we weren't expecting you. At least, not tonight.
Oh, I know, Geraldine. I've been a naughty girl. But I have so many new and exciting things to share with you all that I simply couldn't wait until dress rehearsal.
Well, that's a mercy.
Phyllis, more changes? We open in 4 nights.
That's why I decided not to wait until dress rehearsal to stop by. This would all be much too much to have to learn one night.
What makes you think we can do it in 3?
Oh, don't be a tease, Henry. It's all very simple. I simply added just one extra character and cut the love scene.
Cut the love scene?
Oh dear. Perhaps I didn't make it, put it too strongly. But I didn't, it's not precisely cut, just cut up Act 2 and back to Act 1.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Except it's no longer between Diane and Stephen. Then between who else?
Yeah, the Lord and the lady are already married. You can't mean the doctor and the maid, can you?
Oh dear. Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. Diana still plays a part, but now it's with Sir Percival.
How could you?
Well, I simply got to thinking that a Knight of the Realm was a much better catch for Diana than a mere rich commoner, so
I didn't say why, I said how. We don't have a Sir Percival in the play.
Exactly. Everyone always refers to him, but he never actually appears.
Besides, it's kind of rough on Diana if you make that switch, seeing as boss, Sir Percival, where I even show up at the house.
you do?
Don't you remember your own plot, Phyllis?
Why, yes, of course, but I don't recall a murder. Show me where it says so.
You see, we never actually see him killed. But when we find out that Percival has vanished, and that Rex has the famous gemstone Percival was bringing to the party, we figure out who killed him, see?
Murder. I never thought of it as murder. I thought, well, perhaps Rex had picked Percival's pocket and drained all the petrol from the tank of his car to keep him from the party. After all, murder's so
Popular with our patrons.
And we're already advertising it as a murder mystery.
And for Pete's sake, though, since you open in 4 nights, it's a little late to audition Percival's.
Oh, but I've written you all the loveliest new lines. Won't you at least have a look at them? I'm pregnant!
You're what?
I think Diana is. But who's the father? That's on the third sheet.
Lord Dudley! Henry!
Holly, don't be an idiot.
Well, it was a bit of a shock.
This is crazy. Phyllis, how can Dudley be the father when him and Diana have only just met?
That's on the pitch sheet. Amnesia? Yes, because that explains why he doesn't remember their meeting.
But if Diana's carrying his child, she must remember something.
No, that's explained on page 7. You see, it was a very dark night, and
Phyllis, this is totally impossible. The whole thrust of the play is altered. Everyone has a new motivation for what they do.
well, showing a little work in the next 4 days.
We couldn't do it in 4 months.
But I've worked so hard.
And we haven't? Phyllis, there is no way we can make these changes at this late date.
But there's such little changes.
Little? What about the ending? If Stephen and Diana are to get married, won't her pregnancy put a crimp in the festivities?
Well, I'm working on that.
More changes? Phyllis Montague, do you have any notion of how hard it is to put on a play? Even a play that doesn't change direction every 3 days. This script should have been finalized 3 weeks ago.
What's this? Lady Margaret goes into shock at the news of Diana's pregnancy and loses the power of speech?
Say, maybe this decision's not so bad after all.
And what about my mother?
What about your mother?
Well, when I auditioned for the play, my mother insisted on looking over the script because she didn't want me in a play full of sex. If Diana's pregnant, I'll have to quit the show.
But she's only 2 months pregnant. I mean, a nightmare show.
Mother thinks ahead.
Well, of course, we'd all rather not do my little play.
No, hold it right there, Phyllis. We all appreciate the chance to do a play in which we do not have to pay royalties. In fact, doing your play would put the theater budget in the black for the first time in 6 months. However, when we agreed to do this play, it was on the basis of the original script. Now that play, we promised to do, and we will. But all these new changes have nothing to do with that agreement.
Are you telling me you now feel free to reject my play?
Not the place first submitted, Phyllis, and I'll even let you have all of the changes you've made thus far. But this last batch is too much.
Do you even have the authority to speak on behalf of the entire committee?
No. But if I tell them that it's either this play or no play, I'll have the unanimous backing.
Well, of course, if you feel this strongly on the matter, dear Geraldine. Holly, how do you feel about it?
Well, it is rather close to opening night, and of course, perhaps.
Remember, she cut, all of your speeches.
I have a theory.
Me too.
You bet.
Absolutely.
Right on.
I agree.
Thanks anyway.
Nice try, Phyllis. Sorry, Phyllis.
All right. All right. Go ahead and do the original version. But when the reviews turn out to be a box office disaster, well,
We'll all remember who wrote the original.
oh! Oh! Oh!
Do you think we were a little rough on her?
She did take it rather hard.
And she did say once at dinner that she looks upon this play as her child.
It's the only offspring she'll ever have.
And when she tried to make the child a little prettier,
Oh, I wish you hadn't put it like that.
Oh, Cherry, don't be a sap. They weren't making the kid any prettier. They were giving it an extra head.
Well, I guess so. Let's leave the kid alone and learn to love it as is.
Now you're talking.
All right, everyone, we came here to rehearse, so let's rehearse.
I'll give you all to the count of 3, and if I don't hear some snappy dialogue, I'm picking up my hammer again.
I'll hold the nails. I need a cup of coffee. You people, pick up your long faces and get to work.
From the top?
Not if you want to finish before dawn. Pick it up to Saul's line about the telegraph office.
Okay. As a matter of fact, I don't have it. It was phoned from the telegraph office.
Doris, have there been any telephone messages this evening?
See here, you insolent young pup. Are you doubting my word?
Of course he isn't Rex. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Oh, I shall, as soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir.
What? Are you quite sure?
The telephone's been out of order since this afternoon, Mom.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Does that answer your question?
Stephen, I believe you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
You had better answer that, Doris, before we owe our caller an apology too.
Yes, sir. Hello? Who? Why, yes, he is. Just a moment. It's for you, sir.
Who is it, Doris?
Sir Percival.
It can't be. I mean,
Yes, Doctor, exactly what do you mean?
why, I...
Hello? Yes? Ah, yes. Yes, I see. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Why, Bentley, you look so strange. What did Percival say?
Excuse me just a moment. Did we do something wrong? No, of course not. I just wanted to see what you were all doing when the phone rang. Could we get back a couple lines and start again? Long way to the end of the act, Jerry, do you think? This will only take a moment, Aggie. Just go back to Smitty's line about the telegraph. No, about the telephone.
Oh, the telephone's been out of order since this afternoon, Mom.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Sorry, I forgot to on the tape back. Hang on, now I've got it.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Only 4 more days to opening night.
I'll get it. Sorry! Damn it, I'll do help!
Okay, I'll get them all.
That's because someone left the door open. I closed it.
Why are theirs always so drafty backstage?
They're designed that way on purpose, in case the play smells. I don't suppose you have any particular play in mind, Aggie.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Do you want us wearing makeup tonight, Jerry?
Well, I don't care so much about the men, but I did want to see how the women look, especially with their hairdos.
I think they're using wigs.
I've seen the wigs. I want to see how the wigs look on them.
Alto.
Hey, Jerry, how do you like the wall? Well, it looks all right on this side, but how much clearance do we have behind it?
Well, if everyone's careful, they should have about 2 inches clearance on either side. Except for Polly, of course.
How's she gonna get backstage to grab the roses?
I told her I'd simplify it by putting the roses on that side of the stage. But I didn't tell her what I was simplifying.
That's a good idea. We've got to keep her happy. She nearly walked out again last night, thanks to Saul Watson.
Gotta admit, he's pretty funny.
Yeah. But it's no joke. Cost us 30 minutes. At least I got him to swear that he'll start saying that he's out to have a word with Lady Margaret instead of chew the fat with her.
Well, even if he behaves himself during rehearsal, how do we know how he's going to act during the performance?
I don't even want to think about it. I'm already having nightmares.
I'm surprised you can sleep at all knowing the show will be out of your hands tomorrow night. And then all you can do is sit in the wings and pray. And there's not enough room to kneel.
Maybe I'll just spend opening night in a bar somewhere, out of town.
How do you like this thing, Jerry? Looks real, doesn't it?
It certainly does. It was nice of Phyllis to lend it to us for the show. Costume jewelry this nice is awfully expensive.
Have you figured out what we're going to tell Phyllis about her central stone? That thing is kind of hard to pass off as a ruby.
Actually, Billy came up with the idea for that. It is now known as the White Ruby of Ranchipur.
Is there such a thing as a white ruby?
There is now. And please, keep that in a safe place between performances, Louise. I wouldn't want it to get lost or stolen.
Don't worry, I figured this necklace is our ace in the hole. Phyllis will preoccupy herself worrying about it instead of the play.
There's something to that, all right.
You know, I'd feel much easier if that thing had a back to it. Someone could tiptoe right up in the back of the flap and pick it right up.
I could nail one on, but then I'd have to take the safe down first, and that would mean retaining the whole flap.
Why would you have to do that?
Because if I take the safe down now, and the front is where it's right now, the whole thing will turn loose from the flat and fall right on the stage.
Tell you what, once this curtain's up, I'm not doing much for prompting.
While I will onto the thing and hand the song into the safe.
Oh, would you, Aggie? Set my mind at ease.
No problem. Well, you'd better practice it then. Tonight's your only chance before the opening. Easy as pie. With a little practice can't hurt. You ready for the mob yet?
As long as they're in their costumes.
If they're not, it's their tough luck. Hey, everybody on stage!
Line up along the front of the stage, will you? I want to see how you look in your costumes. Yes, yes. Well, they all seem to fit all right. I think mine's a little too tight for me.
I didn't say a word.
Polly, be fair. It's one thing if he picks on you, but if you're going to blow up every time you think he might say something.
You're right. Sorry, Saul. Just rehearsal jitters, I guess.
No
All right.
problem.
Now, please, turn around to all of you, slowly. I want to see how you look in the back. Yes, yes. Wait a minute. Polly. Why are you wearing a bustle and Violet isn't?
I'm not wearing a bustle.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're sorry?
Violet, why aren't you wearing that wig?
It's too big. Let me show you. See? I
Now let's see how well you can act. Positions for Act 1? I guess we may as well start, yes.
You want to do it with the curtain?
Yes, I want everything, just as if this were the performance. Jerry, I think you got your wish.
In spades!
Oh, Geraldine, I have the most dreadful news. We're going to have to change the name of my play.
What? Phyllis, we can't. The publicity's been mailed out and the programs have been printed.
But we must. I've just discovered that there is a movie with the same title, Murder Most Foul.
Phyllis! No one in the audience is likely to be confused. They can see this isn't a movie.
Right. In a movie, no one forgets their line.
Don't say things like that, Saul. I'm having enough trouble already. Oh, I do hope you're joking, Marla.
Oh? Oh, I almost forgot your real name, Smitty.
No one ever used it except my mother.
And Phyllis.
Oh, but I think nicknames are so vulgar, Saul. Don't you?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. Phil.
Phyllis, I'm so happy you're here tonight. Because you can be a great help to us all.
Really? How?
Well, you can listen to the words and make sure that they're doing them properly.
And where does that leave me?
Oh, Aggie, I didn't mean the words exactly. I meant all the subtle little nuances of their interpretation.
Oh, you mean the ones you told me not to write down?
Yes.
Shall I sit out there beside you?
Oh, no. I make notes all the time during rehearsal. It might distract you.
Louise, have you got a chair back there for our playwright? If you've got a dust rack.
Oh, this is thrilling, simply thrilling.
You got any other nice little surprises for us? I could use a thrill right now.
It's okay, Saul. Don't lose your temper.
What the hell are nuances?
Don't ask. Grit your teeth and pray you've got them.
I thought you wanted us to go straight through without interruption. With Phyllis back there listening for nuances.
Cheer up. Maybe Louise dropped a sandbag on her.
I'm ready.
Okay, Louise, close the dam. Close the curtain and we'll get started.
You want the mule thing too?
Yes, I want everything just as if this were the performance.
Everyone hold your places during the music!
I'm off stage when the curtain rises. I don't have a place.
You're lucky.
Quiet, everybody.
The house lights, Louise, dim the house lights. All right, Louise, do it just like that at the performance, right after the music starts.
Gotcha!
Lord Dudley, will there be anyone at dinner tonight besides Sir Percival, the famous archaeologist, Dr. Rex Forbes, the famous scientist, or Stephen Sellers, the famous millionaire?
Other than myself and Lady Margaret, my wife, and the lovely socialite Diana Lawson here, no, Doris.
That's what I thought.
I say, Diana, have you yet located the book on famous jewels of India that I told you must be there on my shelf?
Ah, yes, here it is. I'm saying, Lord Dudley, you tell me that there was a curse on the white ruby of Branchiper.
The what? It's all right, Phyllis, it's all right. But that's supposed to be the Delhi diamond.
We had to change it, Phyllis.
For what possible reason?
It looks silly next to the liverwurst.
What? Liverwurst? There's no liverwurst in my play.
We just want to keep it that way.
I beg your pardon.
Please, Phyllis, trust me. Please go off the stage and Abby will explain the change to you.
But,
Please, Phyllis, we open tomorrow night.
oh, very well, very well.
Go ahead with the show, people.
From the top, I already put the feather duster away.
No, right from where we broke.
Oh, all right. Violet, would you?
The famous white ruby of Branchiper.
Fiddlesticks. A load of hogwash.
Damn superstitious what?
But distinctly says that Lord Fortune, the first daughter of the White Ruby. Can I just say the ruby? I hate saying the mouthful every time.
Yes, just go on.
Distinctly says that Lord Fortune, the first donor of the ruby, was found floating in his tub, in his own blood. Then the next donor, Sir Galbraith Renfrew, purchased the ruby from Lord Clyde's estate. Then the next donor.
Balderdash. Nonsense.
Well, what would wives do?
How can that be? We're all dead, aren't they?
Yes, but consider, I bought the ruby this morning, and I'm fine.
Lord Dudley, is anything wrong?
No, just one of my beastly attacks.
How long have you had them?
Since this morning.
You don't suppose?
Nonsense. Sheer coincidence. Merest chance.
Dr. Faust is here, Lord Dudley.
Ah, it's your fiancé, Diana. That's a pretty dumb line, isn't it? She knows he's her fiancé.
But the audience doesn't.
Why don't they just wear a signboard?
Will you all stop your gabbing and get on with work? It's far too late to make alterations now.
Oh, all right. Your fiancé, Diana.
Ah, yes. Being engaged to the most famous scientist has made me the envy of all the girls in England.
Ah, but a lovely belle like you deserves to have a ring.
Speaking of dumb lines,
Violet,
That line is supposed to be lighthearted. The merriment provides an emotional contrast to the atmosphere of terror.
That's the general atmosphere, all right.
will you all please?
all right. You flatter me, Lord Dudley.
Doris, will you show the gentleman in?
At once, Lord.
Lord Dudley? Diana?
I'm sure you young people will want to be alone. I'll just totter off my room and putter about.
Not that exit, Henry. That exit goes to the kitchen and the maid's quarters.
Oh, that's right. Well, she is a quite good-looking maid.
Henry!
Only joking, dear.
You mean I'm not good-looking?
Henry, just say your line and go.
Saul's got a line first.
I have? Oh, right. Really, Lord Dudley, you needn't go.
Nonsense. I was once in love myself.
Why does he say that in past tense? Polly, please.
Sorry.
My dearest daughter,
My sweet.
my darling, I have a surprise. So, damn it.
What's the matter?
Like the stupid necklace. Aggie.
Here, sorry about that. Aggie, as stage manager, it is your responsibility that everyone has their props.
I know, I'm sorry. Phyllis was talking to me about nuances and I missed Saul's entrance.
Phyllis, you really mustn't chat backstage when people have work to do.
Oh, I do apologize, Geraldine. I simply forgot Agnes had things to do.
My fault for not reminding her. Agnes, ye gods!
For my line?
Good a spot as any.
Why not? I have a little straw. The white ruby of branch.
Oh, how incredibly lovely it is. Might I try it on?
Not afraid of the curse?
Well, not very much. May I please?
Of course you shall. Here, allow me. Here, it is lovely, and in such a lovely setting.
Oh, Rex, what a thing to say.
I cannot decide which is lovelier, you or that fabulous gem.
I simply must see myself in it. Let me go find a mirror.
Diana, that necklace! How dare you! Take it off at once!
Lady Margaret, I was only...
Take it off, I say, this instant!
Surely now, Lady Margaret, there's no harm done.
No harm, you say? How could you endanger the life of this dear girl and your own fiancé?
Oh, I don't believe in silly curses, Lady Margaret. After all, it is the 20th century.
Diana, are you all right?
Yes, I'm quite all right. The room started to spin and my head started to dip. But I'm quite all right now.
I shall place this where it can do no more harm.
Aren't you being silly, Lady Margaret?
Perhaps I am, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
Oh.
Should you not at least wait until Lord Dudley sees newest possession?
He shall see it in due time, when I feel brave enough to wear it. And do not forget, he purchased it from me, so in actuality it is mine to deal with as I choose. Oh! I pushed it too far.
Do you mean to say that there's not a back on that thing?
My fault, I forgot to be back here to grab the damn thing. Aggie, I hope you're making notes of all these things.
Sure, I'm just forgetting to read that.
We'll never be ready by tomorrow night. We've been here an hour. We're not even halfway through the first act.
Only had 2 rehearsals on the 3rd, and that's the most important act of the show.
Aggie's right. That's the act we're all really panicky about.
Why don't we just do that act right now? It's hard to do anything that comes before without it hanging over our heads. I bet people...
All right. Anything to get this show nailed down.
Come on, everyone. Places. Let's get moving. I got it! Phyllis, you really mustn't interrupt rehearsal like this.
But I've solved the problem of the liverwurst.
Oh, damn it. That's already been solved.
There's no need to use profanity, Saul.
That is what you think.
Please hear me out. I was so concerned with the loss of my lovely double alliteration that I...
All right. Just make it quick.
We don't have to call it the Delhi Diamond. We can call it simply the Darjeeling Diamond. Do you see? It's still named after a town in India, but now...
Yes, I got it. All right. Now get off of the stage, and I don't want to see or hear from you again until we finish this act.
Well, you don't have to get all huffy about it.
Does everyone have the name for that stupid gem?
Yeah?
All right. Now from the top of Act 3, and no stopping.
What do you want it back?
Please, Louise.
Okay, just thought it was a great opportunity to make out some extra cash.
The next person who interrupts dies. I don't mean gets chewed out. I don't mean gets yelled at. I mean dies.
Hello, Dudley. So the most perfect parties in the whole of England.
You were too kind, Anna. A picture person will not be here.
Do you know I'm worried about principal? He's never accepted an invitation to a party and not shown up. I don't know said a word.
But Lady Margaret, you might have been motor trouble.
Yes, indeed. I hope he hasn't had an accident to go to return for tonight.
Please, this is all my fault. I should be providing you with a pleasant atmosphere to work in, not strike terror into all of your hearts. Let's just take it from where we're at and slow down.
So, does that mean that you're, not going to kill Polly?
Yes.
But don't you get too comfortable.
Right.
Go ahead, Polly. The roads can be treacherous at night.
I can't think. My mind's gone blank.
Say the thing.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Don't say such a thing. It would make one think that perhaps there was some truth after all in that story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There is no such thing as a curse.
And yet, anyone who has ever owned the ruby, I'll get it, the Darjeeling Diamond.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Sorry. But Sir Percival doesn't own the diamond anymore. Not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless, Sir Percival did own it. And that might be enough.
See here, Dr. Forbes.
Stop! Everyone, take a deep breath. Okay, now go on and enjoy yourselves.
You are a man of science. Surely you don't believe in curses.
I only know that there are strange things in the history of India. Things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense. Sheer poppypop. Poppypop. Superstitious dribble.
Quite probably look. Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Relax, you're all still too tense. Slow and easy does it.
Quite possibly, Lord Dudley. And yet,
And yet,
where is Sir Percival?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here.
why, Diana? What a thing to say.
I mean it. Sir Percival is no gentleman.
Here now. What do you say?
When he looks at me, I feel as though his pants were moving all over my body. What's the matter?
It's his hands, Violet.
His hands!
Isn't that what I said?
You said pants.
Look, everyone, fun is fun. But we would like Smitty to get home sometime before dawn.
Okay. I feel as though his hands were moving all over my body.
But he is a knight of...
That's it. Laugh it up.
We'll see how funny you think this is tomorrow night. A knight of the realm.
He's a disgusting toad.
can't wait for Percival forever. Shall we, my dear?
I suppose so, but don't you think someone should call Percival's flat and ascertain his reason for absence?
Do you know, that might be a sound idea. There is something distinctly odd about all this.
All the what, Stephen?
This business about Percival and the necklace. You did say he was bringing it tonight, Lady Margaret?
Well, actually,
Now, what's the matter?
Well, I just thought, Saul brings the necklace in Act 1, and I put it back in the safe. So how can I say that, like,
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I forgot to give you your new lines. When I rewrote the act a few weeks back, I completely forgot about this line in this act.
Well, this is a hell of a time to think of it. What's the new line?
I don't have the rewrites with me.
Approximately then. We don't have much time for fooling around with words. Just give us the gist of it and we'll improvise.
Well, Polly's line is basically the same, except now she says something to Billy about him not being here when Saul brought the necklace instead of Percival. Do you see?
You got that, Polly?
yeah, I think so. Let me try it.
All right, I need coffee. Louise, is there any coffee back there?
For want of a better name.
You don't have to do. Come along, Phyllis. The rest of you, get back to work.
Feed me your line again, Billy?
Oh, what the hell is it? Oh, yeah. He did say he was bringing it tonight, Lady Margaret?
Well, actually, I never spoke with him directly. But there was a message delivered this morning in the post saying that he had asked Dr. Faust to bring it for him.
What? On St. Swithin's Day?
Wait a minute. So, that sounds as if it's against the law to ask somebody to deliver something on that day. So, the part about the post has to come last, Polly.
Oh, yeah, let me try again. Well, I never spoke to him directly, but there was a message saying that he had asked Dr. Faust to bring it for him. Delivered this morning in the post.
Much better, much better. Go ahead, Smitty.
What? On St. Swithin's Day?
Now what's the matter?
Just sounded like Smitty couldn't go ahead on.
Oh, I don't give a good damn what it sounded like. If you two-year-olds want to play games instead of learning this play.
Sorry, Jerry. Go ahead, Smitty, please.
St. Swithin's Day?
By Jove! Never thought of that. Margaret, are you certain of this message?
Why, come to think of it, no.
You didn't receive a message.
Oh, yes, I did, but now I wonder if it were actually from Percival.
But it did come by post.
I assumed it had, but
Assume. You mean you didn't actually see it?
why no?
Then how do you know its content?
Well, Dr. Forbes told me what it said.
Is there any reason I should know?
No, old chap. Only, if there was no delivery of the post this morning, then how...
It was not a letter. It was a telegram.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
As a matter of fact, I don't have it. It was phoned from the telegraph office.
Doris, have there been any telephone messages this evening?
See here, you insolent young pup. Are you doubting my work?
Of course he isn't Rex. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Oh, I shall, as soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir.
What, are you quite sure?
The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon, Mom.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Damn it all to hell! Phyllis, what have you done? What have I done? What do you mean? Oh, did I get the phone bell out of order on the tape?
What were you doing with that tape, Phyllis?
Well, I just thought I'd give a listen to the sound effects and you erased the tape. There's nothing on it. Nothing.
Oh, Louise, are you sure?
Listen for yourself.
I don't hear anything.
That's what I mean. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to touch anything. I just wanted to listen. Louise, you're not leaving.
I can't do a damn thing for you if I stay. I've got to get home and re-record every one of those sound effects before the opening. And if that bumble-brained idiot so much as cuts near my machine again, I'm gonna beat her head in with it.
Listen, Louise, I've been thinking. As long as you have to do it all over again, wouldn't it be... Shouldn't we hook the phone up in the back to a button? I was just thinking, there's so many telephone calls in this show. Wouldn't it just be easier?
Well, yeah, it would save me a lot of work tonight if I could leave those rings off the tape.
I can do the hookup. The end of the wire's already backstage, and there's a storage battery, too, for power.
Okay, just make sure you put the button somewhere near the tape recorder so I don't have to leave the soundboard to find it.
Of course.
And the rest of you, remember one thing. When you use the phone to play, be sure you hang it upright. If it's set in the wrong way and the phone by the button isn't pressed, It can't ring. Got it?
Yeah.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a hell of a lot of work to do.
I'm so dreadfully sorry. I feel I owe each and every one of you an apology for what I have done.
Write it up and mail it to him.
Preferably on St. Swithin's Day.
How's that factual? Beautiful, Aggie, just beautiful. You deserve a cup of coffee for that. I'll settle for the stuff to these brooms.
Shall we go on?
Go on. Or else. They need their cue.
Does that answer your question?
Stephen, I believe you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
Aggie?
Sorry, I was getting my coffee.
You had better answer that, Doris. Before we owe our caller an apology too.
Yes, sir. Hello? Who? Why, yes, he is. Just a moment. It's for you, sir.
Who is it, Doris?
Sir Percival.
It can't be. I mean,
Yes, Doctor? Exactly what do you mean?
why,
Hello? Yes? Ah, yes. Yes, I see. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Why, Dudley, you look so strange. What did Percival say?
That was not Sir Percival. What the hell?
Aggie! Sorry, I put my coffee cup down on the button. Go on, people, go on!
That was not Sir Percival.
Then who was it?
That was Miles Taylor, a good friend of mine.
Stephen, I do not understand.
Nor I.
I asked Miles to ring up and say that he was Sir Percival so that I could observe the effect that it would have upon Dr. Forbes. I think you would all agree that he was struck dumbfounded.
nonsense.
It is not nonsense, sir. I myself observed the self-same reaction.
But what does it mean?
Yes, what does it all mean?
Yes, what can it possibly mean?
Doris, you are forgetting your place.
Sorry, my lord.
I can explain what it all means. It means that this man, after murdering Sir Percival for the necklace...
How dare you, sir? These accusations are actionable. To tarnish my good name, it's libelous.
I cannot be sued successfully for libel if my accusations should prove true.
Ha! And just how do you intend to prove them true?
Quite easily. After taking a look at that necklace, would you mind getting it for me, Dr. Forbes?
The necklace? There's no proof on the necklace. Here, I'll show you. Ha! There. Now show me your ridiculous proof.
You yourself have shown the proof. Or, if you are not the murderer, how would you know the combination to that safe?
Great heavens, he's right!
Blast you, Stephen Sellers. But there's one thing you did not take into account. I am armed.
You, sir, are a scoundrel.
And I should very much like to plunder our engagement this moment.
In that case, will you marry me, Diana?
With all my heart, Stephen.
Doris! Telephone at once for the constabulary!
Do so, and you are dead, my dear.
Oh, Mom, what shall I do?
Just raise your hands, and the rest of you do likewise. Aggie, the telephone's supposed to ring there.
Sorry. I won't bring it tomorrow night, I promise. I swear I won't. It's just so happy to fill his ear in.
Aggie, just don't talk on stage when the audience can see you.
All right, I won't, I promise. I won't forget tomorrow.
Aggie, the telephone.
Ring, ring!
There's Dan and Blast. Who's that?
That is Miles Taylor. I told him to ring back shortly after the first call. If I am not to answer, he shall summon the law, and they shall arrive here with a warrant for your arrest. Stanley Grimes!
Stanley Grimes? Do you mean the criminal laboratory assistant to Dr. Forbes?
To the late Dr. Forbes, unless I miss my guess. Surrender yourself. Your fiendish felonies are over.
Never. I may go to the gallows, but none of you in this room will live to see it.
Please, my lord, might I leave the room?
Stand where you are. But before I destroy you all, I must know one thing. How did you come to suspect me, Sellers?
Well, in fact, I have been taking notes. I arrived here late, as you all know. As a result, I had time to hear the news broadcast, which told of the finding of Sir Percival's body, dead of a rare Indian cobra poison. You, of course, had already disconnected the telephone here at the switchbox, so no one else would hear the news. But when I accidentally knocked down your overcoat as I was hanging up my own, and found a flagon of that very poison in the pocket, why, then I knew, of course. I immediately reconnected the telephone, rang up Miles, and...
Excuse me, my dearest darling, but what did you know when you found this foul-fiend flagon?
Why, how this man had schemed to keep alive the legend of that curse. He had immersed the necklace in the cobra venom, so that all who handled it would shortly become ill. He thought in that way to devalue it, to make Lady Margaret loathe the sight of it, and then, of course, he could have it at considerably less than its real value. So anxious would she be to sell the bomb.
And I would have been too. Oh, curse you, Stanley Grimes!
Curse? Bah, there are no such things as curses. And I have soaked my hands in antitoxin to prevent penetration from that potent poison, too. What the hell was that?
To the real sirens tomorrow night.
Aha! My delaying tactics have worked. The law is upon you, Grimes. Surrender yourself.
Never. I shall take this necklace, sell it for fortune, and move wellfully to another country. Oh. Oh.
It's the curse! The curse is on!
Oh!
Damn it.
Oh!
Darjeeling diamond here.
Thanks, Henry. The curse of the healing diamond!
Oh.
He's dead!
Yes! He mocked the laws of society, now a higher power has intervened.
Oh, Stephen, hold me!
Curtain, shall I lower it, Jerry?
Hell no. All right, you've had your third act. Now from the top. It's almost 10:30.
Oh, my mother is going to murder me.
Oh, my dear, it is for such a good cause.
I'm not sure I'm kidding. I'm really getting scared. That's good, Smitty. The worst way to approach a performance is with complacency. Nervousness gives a player energy.
Well, nervousness is giving this player creeping paralysis.
And don't think I won't. I used to be sergeant in the paratroops. Everyone jumped, whether they wanted to or not.
I'm not nervous about the regular audience. We goof, they'll never know it. I'm nervous about looking out and seeing Jerry. She recognized every error.
And don't worry, I won't be out there tonight.
Phyllis will be out there.
And if I sit out there, she'll want to sit next to me. I don't think I could take that. That reminds me, Phyllis insists on being back there to put the hand on the necklace, and it saves me from busting my behind galloping back in the safe, back to help Louise at the soundboard, but I'm afraid she may get too wrapped up in her own play that she may forget. If she does, this play will end with a real murder.
Well, I finally did it. Took me till damn near 3 o'clock in the morning, but I finally got all those sounds back in her own tape.
Hope you skipped the phone bells.
Don't worry, but I did add thunder and lightning effects.
Thunder and lightning? But there's no thunderstorm in this play.
Who ever heard of a murder mystery without a thunderstorm?
But Louise, there's no place to have it. You're going to distract the actors.
There's a perfect spot for a thunderstorm effect in this show, and it won't distract the actors.
Where?
That'll be my surprise. Have I ever like it now?
But Louise, I've been through this play hundreds of times. I can tell you, there's no place to have a thunderstorm.
Make it easy on yourself. Bet me $1.
You're on.
If there's one thing I love, it's a supper bet. Yoo-hoo!
Oh, that's what I hate about stages. There's nowhere to hide.
Hello, hello, hello. The magical moment is upon us at last.
And so will our audience be, if we don't get this curtain closed.
Will do!
I just wanted to wish you all the best of luck.
This is theater. It's bad luck to say that. You're supposed to say, break a leg.
I'll never understand the theater.
That's a fine thing for our player to say.
Well, would you all like to join me in a prayer? I'll say.
We could use a miracle.
St. Genesius, pray for us.
St. Genesius, pray for us.
All right, everyone. Places, I'm going off stage.
So, who's St. Genesius?
Oh, he's the patron saint of actors. He played for the Roman emperor. Then they put him to death.
Oh boy, I hope there are no emperors out front tonight.
Amen.
Lord Dudley, would there be anyone at dinner tonight besides Sir Percival, the famous archaeologist, Dr. Rex Forbes, the famous scientist, or Stephen Sellers, the famous millionaire?
Other than myself and Lady Margaret, my wife, and the lovely socialite Diana Lassiter here? No, Doris.
That's what I thought. Whew!
I say, Diana, have you yet located the book on famous jewels of India that I told you must be there on my shelf?
Ah, yes, here it is. I say, Lord Dudley, you didn't tell me that there was a curse on the Ranch Bordelli. I mean, Darjeeling diamond, a ruby.
It is known by many names, my dear.
It is? Oh, certainly, lots of them.
Fiddlesticks! A lot of hogwash. That curse, I mean. Damn superstitious root! But doesn't that book distinctly say...
Oh, but the book distinctly says that Lord Prince Fortescue, the first daughter of the Darjeeling diamond, was found floating in his tub. I don't mean the diamond was found floating in his tub.
No, but what was it?
He was in his own blood. Then the next owner, Sir Sir purchased the ruby from Lord Cut's estate. When he was found floating in a stable, trapped by a favorite horse. Trampled, I mean.
Balderdash! Nonsense! A laughable wives' tale!
But they're all dead, aren't they? The owner, not the old wives.
Yes, but consider, I bought the ruby this morning, and I'm fine. The diamond!
Lord Dudley, is anything wrong? Everything! Everything!
No, just one of my beastly attacks.
You don't suppose?
Don't you wonder how long I've been having them?
Oh, how long have you had them?
Since this morning.
That long, huh?
Do you suppose that I suppose?
You don't suppose?
Nonsense. Sheer coincidence. Merest chance.
Dr. Dunn is here, Lord Forbley.
Ah, did your fiancée Diana? What? Your fiancée Diana?
Yes. Being engaged to a famous scientist has made me the envy of all the girls in London. In England. In London, England.
But a lovely belle like you deserves to be wrong. To have a ring.
You flatter me, Lord Dudley.
Doris, you show the gentleman in. At once, my lord.
Saul!
Coming. Diana.
I'm sure you young people will want to be alone. I'll just toss her off to my room and put her about.
You're going the wrong way.
You must be going to use the outside stairway. Really, Lord Dudley, you needn't go.
Nonsense! I was once in love myself.
Damn it!
My dearest darling,
My sweet.
I have a little surprise.
Oh, dear, dear, dear.
Oh,
I like surprises.
I kind of thought you did.
I can't wait to see what it is.
It's really worth waiting for.
I'm excited.
I knew you would be.
Can't find it, huh?
I know I must have left it in my coat. Excuse me a moment. The necklace, where the hell is the necklace?
Phyllis has it. Get it from her.
Here it is. I'm so terribly sorry. My evening bag!
Small surprise. I hope you're satisfied. Now let me go get Forbes as a sissy. White ruby ridge. Whatever.
How lovely it is. Might I try it on?
Not afraid of the curse?
Well, not very much. May I please?
Of course you shall. Allow me. Oh! Lovely! And it's such a lovely setting. I cannot decide which is lovelier. You or that fabulous gem?
I simply must see myself in it. Let me go find a mirror.
Where is it?
In here.
Take it out at once! Off at once! Out at once!
I'll get it.
Take it off, I say, this instant!
Surely now, Lady Margaret, there's no harm done.
No harm, you say? How could you endanger the life of this dear girl and your own fiancé? Oh, I don't believe in that silly curse, Lady Margaret. After all, this is the 20th century.
Diana, are you alright?
Yes, I think so. It was only momentary. The room seemed to dip and my head started to spin.
Places for Act 2, everybody!
Diana, I was looking for Lady Margaret.
Lady Margaret's cutting roses in the garden, Stephen. She may not return for some time.
I see. Would you mind if I waited for her here? Sit. Would you take offense if I were to...
Stephen, what are you trying to say?
Oh, blast it all, Diana. Must we play at words? You know the message which longs to cry from within my heart.
Is it possible? Do I dare for a moment imagine that the message of your heart is the self-same message that cries out from within my own? Your fly's open!
And yet you do not draw away.
Oh, Stephen, can you not reason that why?
I am almost afraid so.
Then seize your noble trepidation, Stephen, son of her. Now I'm happy, I love the woman. Oh, Diana. Oh, Diana. Oh, Diana. Oh, Diana.
Places for Act 3! Places! You know, Aggie, I should have gone to that bar after all. Change your mind, I'll join you. The parachutes are never like this. You know the difference between a play and a parachute? Watch, Louise. When a parachute opens, you have nothing to worry about.
Oh, open the damn parachute! it about Percival. He's never accepted an invitation to one of our parties and not shown up. At least not without sending word.
Ah, but Lady Margaret, he might have had motor trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had an accident. These roads can be treacherous at night.
Don't say such a thing. It makes one think that perhaps there was some truth after all in that story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There is no such thong as a keys. King as a thirst. Big as a curse.
And yet, everyone who has ever owned the Darjeeling diamond has always met with a dreadful demise.
But Sir Percival doesn't own the diamond anymore, not since he sold it to Lord Dudley Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless,
Has someone taking a nip between acts? Wouldn't you?
Sir Percival did own it, and that might be enough.
See here, Dr. Forbes. Surely you don't believe in curses.
Louise has Billy. Saul hates drink alone.
I only know there are strange things in the history of India, things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense. Sheer cocky-cock. Superstitious dribble.
Quite possibly, Morley. And yet,
Yes?
where is Sir Percival?
Why, Diana? What a thing to say!
I mean it. Sir Percival is no gentleman.
Here now, what do you say?
When he looks at me, I feel as though my hands were moving all over his body.
What tears and now you told
He's a skeptic coat, and such coats can be lecherous at night.
Yes, indeed.
I'll say.
Begging your pardon, my lord, but should we delay dinner any longer?
No, I think not. Can't wait for Percival forever. Shall we, my dear?
I suppose so, but don't you think someone should call Percival's flat and ascertain his reason for absence?
Do you know, that might be a sound idea. There is something distinctly odd about all this.
All of what, Stephen?
This business about Percival and the necklace. He did say he was bringing it tonight, Lady Margaret.
Well, I've never spoken with him directly, but there was a message delivered this morning in the post. On the post. The mailman brought it.
What? Swithin's Day. Saint Swithin's Day?
By Jove! You never thought of that? Margaret, are you certain about this? Him? Whatever you said?
I come to think of it, no.
You didn't receive a mailman?
Message?
That too.
Oh, yes, I did, but now I wonder if it were actually from Percival.
But it did come out of post.
I assumed it had, but...
Assume? You mean you didn't actually see it? Him? The mailman? Or the message?
Whatever it was, no.
Then how do you know it's content?
Why, Dr. Forbes told me what it had said.
Yes, indeed.
Is there any reason I shouldn't have?
Is there any reason you shouldn't have?
No, of course not, old chap. Only
You're waiting what?
if there was no delivery of the post, then how?
It was not a letter. It was a telephone. Telegram.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
As a matter of fact, I don't have it. It was phoned from the telegraph office.
Doris, have there been any telephone messages this evening?
See here, you innocent young punk. You doubting my word?
Of course he isn't right. Of course he isn't right.
Stephen!
Of course he isn't Stephen.
Well, should I apologize to Dr. Forbes?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I shall as soon as...
I'm Doris.
Doris answers my question.
What was the question?
Someone must remember.
Damned if I do.
Me neither.
Doesn't anyone know?
No, sir.
What, are you quite sure?
The telephone's been out of order since this afternoon, Mom.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Oh, damn it!
Does that answer your question?
I believe you are Dr. Forbes, an apology.
You had better answer that, Doris.
Before we call her an apology too?
Yes, damn it. Yes.
Yes, sir, you bet. Hello? Who? Why, yes, he is. Just a moment. It's for you, sir.
Hello? What? Who is it, Doris?
Sir Percival.
Yes. Yes, I see. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
It can't be.
You mean it can't be Sir Percival, right?
Right.
Yes, Doctor, what exactly do you mean?
What?
I'm off the phone. Polly, Margaret.
Why do you look so strange? What did Percival say?
That was not Sir Percival.
Then who was it?
That was a good friend of mine. I can't quite make out his name.
Miles Taylor.
Right!
Stephen, I do not understand.
Nor I.
I can explain what it means. It means that this man, after murdering Sir Percival with a necklace, did I say he was struck dumbfounded?
I observed the self-same reaction, I think.
Yes, what can it possibly mean?
Doris, you are forgetting your place.
He's not the only one. Where the hell are they?
Doris, you are forgetting your place.
How dare you, sir? These actions are accusationable. To tarnish my libelous name, it's bad.
Oh, dear.
I cannot be sued successfully for libel if my accusations should prove true.
Just how you intend to prove them true.
Quite easily. After a look at that necklace. Would you mind getting for me, Dr. Forbes?
Necklace? There's no proof on the necklace. Here, I'll show you. Oh, I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Are you sure it's for you, Lady Margaret?
Like, where?
Why don't you have another?
All right. Thank you. There. Now show me your ridiculous proof.
You yourself have shown the proof, Dr. Forbes. If you are not the murderer, then how did you know the combination of that safe?
Great heavens, he's right!
Blast, you seem sorry. But there's one thing you not take into account. I are armed.
You, sir, are a scoundrel.
And I should very much like to fund our engagement this moment.
In that case, will you marry me, Violet?
Oh, Billy?
I mean, Diana.
Oh, darn. With all my heart, Stephen.
Doris, telephone at once for the constabulary.
Do so when you are dead, my dear.
Oh, Mom, what shall I do?
Raise your hands. And the rest of you, do likewise.
And did you say, and the rest of you do likewise?
Hang up the phone! Hang up the phone!
Hang up the phone. Jam and Blast. Who's that?
That is my friend, Miles Taylor. I told him to ring back shortly after his first call. If I do not answer, he's to summon the law and they shall arrive here with a warrant for your arrest, Stanley Grimes.
Stanley Grimes!
So put down that pistol.
Never! I shall take this necklace, sought for fortune, and the wealth rich in our country. Oh,
It's the curse! The curse
Oh.
of Jelly Diamonds!
Branchford Diamond!
Darjeeling Diamond!
All of them!
What the hell is that?
My dear friends and fellow theater lovers, I cannot thank you enough for the warm reception you have given my modest effort here tonight. But I would like to take this opportunity to discuss with you the state of theater in America.
Let the boys know.